Welcome everybody back to the Tribeman podcast. This is the 18th episode of the Tribeman podcast. Coming up on our 20th episode. Just spoke to Edgar. We're cooking up something for the 20th episode special. As I say, every episode, if you have a hankering to be on a podcast and you have a story and a sense of humor, slide on our DM. We'd love to have you on the podcast. And this week I have our youngest podcast guest to date. We have Mr. Davinci Spano. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I still stink with this 18 episodes in. But obviously my first question, what's your name?
Davinci Spano.
So you're Italian?
Yeah.
All right. How'd you get that name?
My dad just wanted to name me something cool.
Yeah.
But I was supposed to have another name, but my aunt named my cousin and we're 2 weeks apart.
Oh shit.
So he stole my name.
Damn, what was that name?
Ryder.
Oh, dude, Davinci's way cooler.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, Ryder Spano? Nah. Maybe if you're a chick, but yeah, I like Davinci.
The name's cooler and I'm cooler.
Yeah. Shouts Ryder. Where you from?
Florida.
Where at? Like, where'd you grow up?
Like Vero, Jensen, and PSO, and Fort Pierce. I live like on the border.
Where'd you go to high school at?
I didn't go.
You didn't go to high school?
Nah.
So you just got your GED?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm one test away. I passed,
okay, all right. So
I passed all the tests, but the math.
Yeah, I'm not good at math either.
Yeah.
How old are you?
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just turned 19?
Yeah, like last week.
Oh, last week.
Yeah,
all
on
right.
Sunday.
What's your birthday?
Monday. Huh?
What's your birthday?
June 9th.
All right, that's my sister's birthday.
All right, twins.
Yeah.
Twins.
So where you from? You got your age. All right, so I'm gonna jump in right in. What do you do for a living? How do you pay the bills?
I sandblast.
You got a nice Cadillac out there.
Yeah, I sandblast. And
what do you mean sandblast? Like, what do you?
I don't even know how to explain it, but just like.
All right, what's a typical day at work? Okay.
Let's say somebody wanted to paint this table black instead of like the wood, like
Okay.
the wood texture. I would just sandblast it to the bare surface,
And
then someone would powder coat it or paint over it,
all right.
or
All right.
like even like literally anything, like the floor in here. If someone wanted to change the floor,
It's
like
just
we would
like-
just come in here and sandblast it, clean it up, and then it would just be like the bare floor.
Could you sandblast epoxy off of a garage floor?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much does that cost?
It just-
Family prices.
yeah.
I'm your Irish cousin.
Yeah, we charge like $2 a square foot.
All right. I got a 2-car garage.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the old one off and put a new one down.
Yeah, that's what we do.
All right. All right.
We don't put the new one down.
I'll put the new one down.
Yeah,
I just
but
need the old one.
Yeah, we'll get it up. Like,
I just don't feel like cleaning up the shit that I.
yeah, we would clean it up too. And like the driveway, like the best way I can explain it is the driveway, like outside of the house. Like a lot of people paint it, but then they regret it because it's super slippery and stuff whenever it gets wet. So we'll sandblast it to the bare concrete, and then they'll be like, well, I'm not gonna paint it.
I got
and then
you.
it would just look better.
I was
It
just
looks
about
better too. I don't think painted driveways really look.
I was just about to paint my driveway, but now that you're saying that, there's gonna be
Yeah.
slick. I'm thinking about it.
Like if it rains, it's just gonna be slippery. Like you're
It
gonna
just
be
gets.
busting
I have to
ass.
power wash it like every year though. It's what's pain in the ass because it gets
Yeah.
grayer. But I guess
I
it's better.
think if you sandblasted it though, you wouldn't have to, because that's what sandblasting is, like the next level of pressure washing for driveways.
I'll have to
Like
look into
people,
it.
yeah, people use the pressure washing to clean their driveways, but we really like take everything off.
Yeah, and you got a nice little. What kind of car you got out there? It's a nice car for a 19-year-old.
CT4 Cadillac 2025.
Oh shit!
It's the premium luxury model with the V package.
All right, I got my first car in 05, and I had an 01 Nissan Altima. So you're doing better than I was.
Well, my first truck, it was good, but then I got like somebody hit me. So then like ever since then, like it was just one thing after the next, and the past couple months it was just like it was just horrible to drive. Just like I'll be driving it wouldn't even go. It would just be like, but
That's
like
how first. That's how cars are supposed to be when you're 19.
so it was just like RPM shooting up, mile per hour is going down. I had no idea.
So you went right from a piece of shit to a spaceship.
Yeah, because I was like, my mom and my stepdad just got new trucks, so I was like, well, if y'all are gonna get new trucks, I might as well just get a new truck or a new car.
Yeah, something. All right. It's a nice whip though.
But yeah, with the sandblasting, like I pay for it.
Yeah,
That's how I pay for it.
Yeah.
Because it's like every day there's stuff to blast. Like people come to our house because I live on a property, and we'll blast there, or we'll go and blast somewhere like the driveway.
Is it a family business?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It's me, my stepdad, and then our friend Ed.
Yeah.
He does like the phone calls and setting up the jobs and stuff. And then if it's at our house, I'll usually blast. But if it's like we're going out to a driveway or something, my stepdad will blast.
Pause.
Huh?
So, all right. So you sandblasting right now to pay the bills, but you also have a very intense hobby that you hope to make some money on eventually one day, correct?
Sir.
And
Yes,
what is that?
MMA.
MMA.
Right now, I've just been focused on my boxing, but I definitely am still planning on being UFC champ.
All right.
That's the end goal.
You definitely got way better. You're impressive with.
Yeah, my hands are clean.
I heard Steve. Was it you who you were playing with your feet and Steve was yelling at you for dancing?
Allegedly, he was yelling at me, but
I saw that.
I couldn't tell.
You're the only one doing the fancy stuff with your feet when he was yelling.
I thought he was talking to the other guy.
He got a scary yell. So, first question on my list of questions is: you get to walk out to any Florida artist. So examples are Ace Hood, Rick Ross, Kodak Black, Denzel Curry, Wyan Melly. Which artist are you walking out to?
That guy who made the Bugatti song.
Bugatti, which I just educated. He didn't know Ace Hood's from the Treasure Coast, but he did know. Woke up in a new Bugatti. Yeah, so he's gonna walk out to Ace Hood.
Before that answer, I was gonna say Melly.
Wyan Melly? Yeah, Free Melly.
Or Kodak, obviously.
I would have to go Kodak. I feel like
that's just too much of an answer. That's what everyone's gonna say.
I feel like people like my age would say like Trick Daddy. Like that's what I think of when I think of Florida. But I feel like Kodak's.
Like where's Gorilla Zoe from?
Gorilla Zoe's from like Little Haiti down in Miami, ain't he?
I think he is from Florida.
Yeah, I mean I think he's originally probably from Haiti.
Yeah.
And then,
I was thinking about walking out to him, but I feel like no one would get it.
No, what's that song that he has? It's really good though. Gorilla Zoe. Hold on, I got it on my phone. Hold on.
I'm trying to make a jug.
No, better than that. Good. That's your error, maybe. No, this one.
Yeah, this is what I was gonna walk out to.
I can't say the lyrics to the song, but
yeah, that's why I was.
You're Italian, you might be able to, but Irish guys know.
I can't. I can't. But yeah, this is what I was gonna walk out to.
I like that.
You think people would get like look bad on it if I walked out to that?
No, not you. Yeah,
and I could have like JoJo. And
well, most of your friends are of African American descent, and I don't think they would have a problem with it. I mean, I would ask them first, but
I would just have them walk out with me.
Yeah, no. I mean, I walked out to the Temptations. They're black guys. If your fight life was a movie, what actor's playing you, and who's playing your coach? So, who's your coach? Who would you say your coach is? Byron.
Yeah, right now Byron.
So, all right. So who would play you, and who would play Byron? I think Anthony Chalamet could play you.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, he can play you.
Yeah, and then my coach, I don't know.
Byron? Who looks like Byron? He looks like Maui from Moana. That'd be the cartoon play him. Yeah. It's only body figure.
Johnson.
Or The Rock, yeah. But he's short though, so he would have to have like a merge of like The Rock and Kevin Hart together. Byron, don't beat me up, bro.
I don't know what his name is, but he was on War Dogs. 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. How are you talking about? I don't know his name either. But yeah, I don't want to suggest no more people for Byron, dude. Too lethal. All right, these questions are they're all over the place, bro. If an ad company wanted to use your face for a national herpes medication for $25,000, would you let them?
100%.
You would?
100%.
But don't you're a young guy. Don't you figure that would mess up your cheek clapping abilities in the future?
I don't think it would.
25 grand though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it would. I think it would. I would still be straight.
Yeah? You think you pull it off?
I mean, honestly, if these girls are seeing these herpes ads, I don't think I want to mess with them.
All right. Good logic.
If I'm ever downtown,
all right. So then, if you're gonna do that for $25K, would you lick a homeless person's ass crack for $25K?
Probably not.
But $25K?
It depends what day of the week.
I mean, it would have to be a female for me. I mean, what day of the week? Every day's homeless for them. Ain't like they get a shower on Wednesday.
For me, like, is it like a Wednesday where I've had like a bad day at work, or is it like Saturday I'm outside with the boys and we're all just laughing and having fun?
Not at this point in my life would I do it, but there have definitely been points in my life where would have done it for $5 grand.
if it was like right after the herpes ad, I would be like, fuck it, 50K.
Yeah, 50K, bro. Yeah, you gotta pay.
But if it was like one or the other, I'm going with the ad for sure.
All right. Who's the most overrated fighter right now, in your honest opinion?
Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland. Yeah. All right. Yeah. After that, he kind of got blown up after that Izzy fight, But I think Izzy was boozing. I think he was like alcoholically boozing. Yeah, Izzy, he wasn't ready.
But Izzy was actually pretty good. I think everything with Alex Pierre kind of just broke him.
Yeah.
Like he beat Alex Pierre and kind of just was like, all right,
I'm done now. That was my mountain.
Yeah, that was like McGregor's double champ. Like the same comparison. Now it's just Izzy. Izzy should just retire.
Yeah, all right. I mean, he don't
I'm a casual. I try not to be obsessed with all these fighters.
Yeah.
So I don't really know that much.
I mean,
but Sean Strickland is not that good.
All right. I mean, I really can't say anybody's overrated right now because all the champions are pretty legit. I would think.
Yeah, all the champions.
I think the most beatable champion. I think Duplessis is going to lose to Chimaev. I think Chimaev is going to fucking destroy him.
I hope so, bro. Because it's like I was thinking maybe he's overrated, but it's like I think he just is like weird.
Well, he's just really strong.
Yeah, like he just has a weird style. Like everything works for him. It's so weird.
Yeah, but I think Chimaev beats him. Have you ever been humbled in sparring? Who did it and how?
I haven't been humbled, but I've been dropped. Like with body shots by like Corey Pavo. Oh, actually, one time I was sparring and Corey Pavo just kept landing leg kicks. Yeah. And at one point, I just like couldn't take it anymore. Yeah. Like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 or like 4 weeks before my fight in November. Yeah. He just destroyed my leg.
He got little stick legs though, Corey.
Yeah, but then like
he built like a bird from the hips down. You know what I'm saying?
But it just kept landing, kept adding up.
I'm only talking shit because I know he's in Vegas and he can't get to me right now.
We got time, bro. But like a week before my fight that I just had last week, or like it was like 2 weeks before my fight or something, I was sparring one of my friends, Marlon. And at the beginning of the last round we had, he just came in and dropped me to the body.
Oh.
I just like folded. But I just got back up after. And then, like, 5 seconds later, he just dropped me again. And he didn't drop me with the body shot. Really, it was just the body shot had me, like, going down like this. Yeah. And then it was, like, the headshot, like, had me off balance.
Yeah.
So it was, like...
A little humbling, no?
I mean, I wouldn't really say... Because it's, like, I already know I'm not really that good.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I get humbled every time I go in there. It's not necessarily a person every time. But, like, Ian Stewart's wrestling class on Tuesday nights can humble me. You know what I mean? Like, just making certain... You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, there's people here that are... I'm stronger than they can put me on my ass. So like that's humbling to me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like I guess like sometimes I'll be sparring someone that I know. That's a problem I have is if I know I'm better than you, like it's always like I get in my head like once you land that first punch and I know I'm better than you, it's weird. It's like I start getting pieced up or something. So then after I'm like I know I'm better, but it's like bro, I just didn't know. Like I don't know what happened. I just know I'm better, but since I know I'm better, I'm letting him.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like an ego thing I have. Like, I don't know how to. I guess that would be humbling. Yeah. Whenever I get beat up and I'm like, I know I'm better.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
that's being not humble. I guess.
Kind of the opposite, but also like, all right, I need to pick my shit up.
Yeah.
But all right. Let me see here. All right. So right now you're an amateur fighter, right? So would you rather win every amateur fight but never go pro? Or go pro and go 0-5 in the UFC?
I would rather go pro and go 0-5 in the UFC.
You're still getting paid.
Yeah, still getting paid.
Recognition.
And yeah, I would definitely make something out of it.
Yeah, you could be like the icon for like getting knocked out or something.
Yeah, I would be like, I would take it my CM Punk way. Like build a profile off of it.
Yeah, there you go. Platform. I like that answer. Let me see here. Do girls like you more before or after they find out you fight?
I mean, they usually see my like I don't really hide it.
I'm saying, okay, but so you feel like since you started fighting and like putting pictures up of you actually having like, bouts and stuff like that, your DM...
Nah, they don't care.
They don't care?
Nah. No. That's one thing I learned is like, they don't really care. Unless like you're fresh, like you just want to fight, like, and you go out that night and like you still have like the black eye and talking to a girl and you're like, yeah, I just beat someone up in a cage fight.
All right.
You know, maybe.
What have you done for me lately, kind of thing?
Huh?
They're like that. What have you done for me lately? So if it wasn't a fresh fight, you ain't getting on it.
Yeah, they'll just kind of just be like, okay, like like a lot of girls just think it's weird, like to try to flex fighting.
Yeah. All right.
Because I have a sister, bro, so it's like growing up, she would always have her girlfriends come over, and I just would listen and learn.
Oh yeah, well, that's a good.
So it's like I know, like I don't really bring up the fighting to girls.
All right.
Like they see my profile.
So I figured it would help. I would figure it would help.
It helps if you're like nonchalant.
Yeah, all right.
You know,
I get that.
If you're just like posting about it, like if you see my profile, like I post those funny ass reels, but like my main page is just like pictures. And then whenever I hang out with them, I try not to bring it up that much. But usually, like if they're interested, they'll bring it up to you.
Well, I mean, that's with anything in life is you know,
Yeah.
you kind of
But a lot of girls don't like it.
Really, I see.
Yeah.
I would think the opposite. I mean, I've been out the game a while.
They think like whenever you bring it up to them, you're bringing it up as like
Yeah, like yeah.
They just want to see it. You know,
Yeah,
like they wanna see
Well,
it.
hey, good for the girls then. You know what I mean?
They just want to see you knock someone out. They don't want to hear you talk about how good you are.
Because anyone could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So be honest. Have you ever thrown hands because of a girl outside the cage?
Nah, but in middle school, I did like get in a lot of arguments with people.
A lot of cold wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Like I'll date a girl, she would break up, date someone else, and then I'll just be like, hell no.
Yeah, jealousy and all that. Yeah. I get it.
I still have ops from middle school just because of that shit.
I don't think I ever got in a fight because of a girl.
I've never really been in a street fight.
I was drunk one time and I hooked up with my friend's sister, and he beat the shit out of me afterwards at a homecoming dance. Mike McShane, he's afraid to fight me in a rematch, though. He's already ducked me a couple times. But but I've never gotten a fight over like a girl that I was dating. I was just drunk and I didn't know who she was at the time, and then come to find out that it was my friend's sister.
It just makes you seem like weak and insecure.
Exactly. Yes.
I never would.
Yeah.
But like I haven't dated anyone since I was like 13.
Really?
Yeah.
We gotta get you out there, son. Actually, you shouldn't get a girlfriend until you're like 25, dude. Enjoy your life.
I just don't want a girlfriend until like I can pay for everything and I'm set on my own.
Oh shit.
I'm still living with my parents and shit.
Well, you turned 19 last week.
Yeah.
You're doing all right.
That's not like I still talk to girls. I just don't date any.
Yeah. Well,
I tell them like I'm not dating.
there you go.
We can keep hanging out, but I'm not dating.
Oh, you're one of them guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least be up front.
So yeah.
Usually those guys, because I was that guy. We usually you're gonna have a daughter probably. It's usually penance for. that's what happened to me. All right, you get to bring one fictional character into your corner during a fight. Who are you choosing?
Probably like.
I'm taking Mickey from Rocky.
For real?
Yeah, the best trainer of all time.
I was thinking like I'm trying to think of like an anime character or something.
All right, you could go that way.
You know,
I mean, it just shows I'm 37, you're 19, so it's just the age gap.
I'm thinking like someone who would like bring out like some type of like bloodthirsty rage out of me.
All right, well, I mean, you have to educate me.
No, I would have Askeladd in my corner.
All right, I'm going to have to call my niece.
Vinland Saga.
All right, I'm going to have to call my niece and ask her who that is. Adriana.
You like it.
Yeah?
You like it, yeah.
All right. That's who's in your corner? All right.
Or like...
Edgar, you know who that is? No, Edgar doesn't know who that is either. But yeah, no, anime is like a newer...
Yeah, I mean, it's not...
I was watching Sesame Street, dude, as a kid. I didn't get none of that.
Okay.
I'm old, bro. Yeah. Matter of fact, on the scale, right? I just saw... I'm 37. 37, you graduate to Unk status.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say you're Unk after like 26, 27.
Really? See, 26 is big bro, he said. It's big bro.
Nah, that's like 20 to 26.
I'm going to go. ChatGPT, I Googled it before. Or ChatGPT before I came in here. 37.
Actually, let's just agree with that. Then ChatGPT is always right.
Yeah, I mean, we're what the streets say, but like in Philly, we do old head and young bull. You know what I mean? So like I'd be an old head, you'd be young bull, and there's like the ages. But
yeah, I'm probably just like a.
I can't say what you are, what it says you are, your age bracket.
Yeah, I'm kind of in like the blank right now where there's like no certain thing of what I am.
Yeah.
Because I'm 19, I'm in the middle of 18 and 20.
Yeah. But I was kind of sad to see that I was Unk already.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's old, dude.
At least you're not like.
But then Dan, what is Dan? Dan's old school. That's what Dan A's group said. Old school. So now I'm like, what up, old school?
Dan's like an OG.
Yeah, OG. I mean, you call it OG, make it sound cooler, but old schools would have said on ChatGPT. All right. Would you rather have 500K in cash or dinner with your idol? And who is it? If you pick the idol,
500K cash.
You think 500K?
Yeah, I don't really have an idol.
See, I don't have an idol, right? So, but if I could, for 500K, go to on Joe Rogan's podcast or go to the Red Rock Casino in Dana White's gambling room with Dana and gamble with him for a couple hours, I think that I get enough value there that I would make the 500K back.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not saying like information. I'm just saying I think I could make some, either do well on the podcast that makes Tribe look good. You know what I mean? Or Dana has a lot of people in his life that make deals. So I figure like, hey, everyone needs a substance abuse buddy. You know what I mean?
I'll probably just take the 500K and then pay for a guest spot on the Joe Rogan podcast. Because that's probably how people get on.
I don't think so. I think he makes so much money that he doesn't do that. But like, I look at the 500K, then you don't know about taxes yet. You're really only going to get like 325. Yeah. So I'll take the JRE experience. You know what I mean? And hopefully I do well.
Sure, yeah.
But I could go on it and be terrible though, and it backfire on me. But I think I bet on myself though.
But with the 325, you can still invest that into everything.
You could buy a house, getting it flipping, all that. Yeah.
I'm bad with money though. It's like if I get like $10,000, like I'm bad with it.
Yeah.
I'm not the type to instantly invest it into some real estate or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I would go into the podcast is to help my business out. Be completely selfish. I mean, what's the most overrated trend guys your age are obsessed with right now? I mean, I don't know if it's still a thing, but when I start seeing you guys wear the Patrick Mahomes earring, like the dangly earring, I see them a lot. Dudes with dangly earrings. Not a fan.
I'll probably say like the lifted trucks and stuff.
Lifted trucks?
It's like, bro, I don't know how people think that looks cool.
yeah.
Like where it's like one side's all the way up and the other side's down.
The lights underneath the wheel wells is kind of corny, I think.
Yeah, just anything like that.
I like a jacked up truck.
Like subs or anything like that. It's like, you see my car.
It's classic, yeah.
I like having like slick, stealth-like
Well, you're Italian. Most Dagos are like that. I mean, you're an Italian driving a Cadillac. It's pretty stereotypical. But I get what you're saying. The dudes who put they light them up like they're Tonka trucks. You know what I mean? Like I like a lifted, nice, classic looking truck. But when they start putting the neon lights under the wheel wells and stuff like that.
Well, I'm probably gonna get like the Cadillac lights, like to where whenever I open my door.
My Wagoneer has those.
Yeah, that's cool. But I know what you're saying, like the lights. But I would get like lights that drag under while I'm driving. But it's like for the trucks, like it's pretty lame. And I feel like you should just keep a truck like stock.
I mean,
unless like you're taking it mudding or something. But it's like, bro, there's so many ugly trucks here.
Yeah,
and it's like I would know. I have a shop at my house with hellish trucks.
Yeah, I just don't like when they paint them goofy colors. Like I think a truck should be black, white, navy blue, burgundy, and that's pretty much it. Maybe and white. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then they get those neon blues and that blue gray that they're doing now.
Yeah, like if you're gonna get a truck, you got to keep it like manly kind of color. You can't be going with blue or all these like feminine colors. It's like, bro, you got a truck.
I'll take it even further. And then when I see someone buy a Toyota Tundra, like it's a nice looking truck, but you buy a pickup truck because it's American. Give me a Chevy, a Dodge, a Ford. If you're getting
a Tundra, you might as well just get a car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like get a nice little get a Lexus. Spend the money on the Lexus, but yeah, get an American truck. But all right. What's one thing most guys are lying about when it comes to dating?
Probably the fact whenever they say they can fight.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will say they can fight and stuff, but they really can't.
I thought I could fight before I walked into Dan's garage for the first time.
Yeah,
I was sadly mistaken.
Yeah,
it's a humbling experience. I would say dudes are going on a date like they act too cool. You know what I mean? Like nothing bothers them. But like it bothers us like it bothers everybody else. You know what I mean? We're just as nervous. We're still just as worried about like your reaction, stuff like that. We gotta play like it's cool and we're like the stern dude. You know what I mean?
Or just like what they're doing. Like whenever you're texting or talking to a girl, they're just like, "Oh, what are you doing today?" Like, they always be lying.
Yeah.
But like, whenever I'm hanging out with girls and stuff, I was just like I'm always super quiet because I'm just so awkward. I never try to act cool or anything. Sometimes I'll come out of my shell more and be cool, but because obviously I am the coolest.
All right.
But most of the time I'm always just awkward.
See, most people aren't themselves.
Yeah.
And most people meet somebody for the first time, they're kind of sending a representative of themselves anyway. You know what I mean? They're gonna send the best version of them. You know what I mean?
And I don't really like to lie either, so it's like a lot of guys they're able to keep up a good conversation because they're just lying a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like me, I'm not. Like I'm pretty boring.
I like to keep up a conversation by asking questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then you get to hear everything about them.
I'll do that, but then at one point, like
if they're boring, I can't take it.
yeah, it's just, like a lot of times, bro, always be like boring responses, or I'll always just overthink. Like that's my biggest problem. If you ask my friends, I'll be like talking to a girl or whatever, they'll just be like, bro, you overthink everything. But I'll ask like 3 questions, and I'll be like, nah, I'm asking too many questions.
See, my friends used to get on me because I used to like disqualify girls for like dumb as shit. Like her pinky toe was weird, bro. Her pinky, you know what I mean? They're like, yo, you're overthinking it, dude. You know, just don't look at her feet. I'm like, no, but I got to color with them feet. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'll be overthinking what I'm saying. Like,
okay. So you
if
want
I'm about to send a text or something, I'll be like, I don't know. I don't know if I should send it, bro.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Or like I'll read something, I'll be like, bro, it's a deeper meaning, bro.
Yeah, I just try to be I'm older, but I just be yourself because like them when if they do hang out with you, then you have to fucking keep up that bullshit, that same, you know what I mean? And then it becomes exhausting for you.
Yeah, that's why I always try to like say what I want to say because then it's like we're gonna hang out and it's like you're gonna be thinking I'm gonna act like the 10 people who gave me advice.
Yeah.
So I try to just say what I'm gonna say.
Just be you, and then if they don't fuck with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your completion percentage will probably go down being yourself. You know what I mean? Because everyone else is saying all this Gucci shit.
Once you hang out with me like once or twice, I'll usually like act myself.
I mean, you also pulling up in a brand new Cadillac too. How many 19-year-olds are doing that? So I mean, you got that going for you. What's something older generations completely got wrong about being a man today?
Probably like how much they thought we were gonna have to work.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, which obviously we do have to work more, but
working smarter and harder.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things we can do besides work now, like streaming and.
No, there are new avenues.
Yeah. Even like fighting, like that's not really work. That's like a hobby you can make money off of.
Yeah, I would say there's not many people being men today. Like as far as like take care of responsibility. But I will say I think that it's harder for someone being a man today and having to buy a house and take care of bills and all that kind of stuff than it was 30 years ago. It's harder to raise a family and be a man and take care of all the responsibilities in 2025 if you're actually doing it than it is back then. But I will say more people were doing it back then. I like maybe because it was a little easier or more attainable. But but a lot of people use that for an excuse now too. You know what I mean?
It's because a lot of guys are like low on testosterone and they're just filled with estrogen and shit.
But they also got to do shit to go outside and and
that's what I'm saying. Like, they just don't have that.
But to raise a family, it's hard, bro. You know what I mean?
I could imagine.
Health insurance, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, there's those guys that do it, but I'm saying the guys that don't do it. Oh yeah, it's because they're just like woke people.
It's doable. You know what I mean? But they'll say, it's so hard. The interest rates.
They just victimize themselves on everything.
Yeah. But I will say for the guys who are doing it, they could have done it in any era. I feel like I feel like we could have done it.
This is definitely the hardest like couple years of living.
Yeah,
like the past 20 years or something, it's been the hardest. Just with money and everything.
Yeah, technology makes it a little bit easier, but like obviously, acquiring it's hard, almost impossible for people to buy houses now.
Yeah.
But,
Like even years ago, you could still you could figure it out. I feel like whenever like 80s or 70s or whatever, but now it's like you're not figuring shit out.
I bought my house in 2016. It's doubled in value in that amount of time, 9 years. Yeah. So it's like, dude, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. Like that shit didn't happen back. It went up, but it didn't go up like that. But all right. So then I got would you rather give a girl 100K? Would you rather your girl have 100,000 Instagram followers or 1X in your friend group?
100K followers.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I don't have to see them.
I'd use it to my benefit. I'd have her shouting me out every day, hitting up all the brand deals, making sure I get good like promotions and everything.
So you be like the girl Celine, like Steve will do with his girlfriend, but you be the boyfriend, just piggybacking off of her fame. I mean, I wouldn't want to sit with a dude in my friend group that has seen my girl naked. You know what I mean? Like I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't let that slide.
Yeah, that can't happen. What's your hot take on body counts? For the record, I chat GBT questions to ask a 19-year-old on a podcast. So these aren't all from me. But what's your hot take on body count? Does it matter or are we just insecure?
I feel like it matters, like just depending, like.
I think it matters. I think it matters on how much you value yourself.
Yeah.
But then I'm also a hypocrite because I didn't act that way for the first 25 years of my life.
I don't think it matters as a guy.
Well, see, that's hypocritical. That's what they'll say. That's hypocritical. Yeah.
But that's how I feel. Like as a guy, I don't have that many bodies, but if I had like 50, I don't think it would really matter.
See, I don't even know if I necessarily want somebody with 1 or 2. You know, I want to have your little experience, but if you have like fucking 17, 18.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
like, all right, well, you really don't, you know, your dad wasn't in your life. You don't know who he is. And that leads to problems later.
Well, I actually did research a couple years ago, like whenever Andrew Tate was trending.
Yeah.
I did my own research, and like it genuinely does not matter for a guy, but for girls.
Why? What's the science behind that?
It's just like the like for whenever a girl does like is with like 5 guys, like the emotional attachment. Like
The science behind it?
Yeah, like she can't have an emotion. I've literally went out and I've asked girls this like on camera before, like if they have more than 5 bodies, and if they do you still only think about your first 5? And they all say yes. Like,
oh, really?
For guys after 5, or for girls after 5 bodies, it's like after that it's like guys, like where we can just fucking not really think about it.
Yeah.
But with girls, like it shouldn't be like that, but it usually is.
Happens after 5.
Happens after 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up to make sure it's a fun fact.
Allegedly.
Okay. All right.
Allegedly.
By your science, by you.
I just did my it's just like research. It's just my actual research, my real life research.
Yeah.
If you ask anybody.
All right. Well, I mean, ladies, chime in. I'm going to post this one. That's an interesting one. If your girl had an OnlyFans before she met you, is that a deal breaker?
Nah.
See, I can't have naked pictures of my girl out there like that. Like
But
if she had like an asshole ex-boyfriend who she sent news to, and then he got mad and put pictures out. Like, all right, that's one thing.
But some girls don't be posting like that.
I never had an OnlyFans account. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like some girls will just post like the same shit as that they're posting on their Instagram.
People pay for that?
Yeah, because they're just stupid.
That's retarded. I can't use that word in 2025. Sorry. Do women actually like nice guys, or just the idea of one?
I think it's just the like little moments. Like they don't like someone who's nice 24/7. They want a guy who will like have a whole argument with them and then buy them flowers.
Yeah. No, I don't think they like pushovers whatsoever.
Yeah, like the 2 nice guys who are like validating everything they do and stuff. They want someone who will argue with them.
I will say this: if 4 guys are hitting on a girl in a circle, and then a 5th guy walks up and he shows no interest in her, she usually wants the 5th guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how I got my success my whole life. Yeah, because then she's wondering like, why ain't this guy want to get with me? Yeah. And she's usually like, all right, I'm gonna make him want me, and then that guy usually wanted. That was my strategy for my 20s.
That's the problem with a lot of girls is like they have too many dudes giving them validation, and a lot of times they're super ugly or something. It's like that's rude, but you know,
I hear you saying.
It's like that's rude. Like I literally like it would be rude if I were to go tell like a girl that's not attractive that they are. Yeah, and like send for them, like that's rude. You should tell them like they should better themselves.
Or just not say anything at all.
Yeah, I'm saying or not say anything at all. If you had to say something though, I wouldn't lie about it.
But I will say, if a girl's posting like that traditional arm to make them look skinny pose, and they're popping their shit out and like that, like, all right, now people can comment however they want because you're obviously posting that to get comments. So you should be open for all comments.
The way I think about it is like I just be seeing like videos of me whenever I first started training or first started going to the gym, and everyone would hype me up in the comments, but it's like I actually looked horrible. But it's like if everyone would have told me to stop posting I look horrible, I probably would have gotten better way quicker.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but then like once you start to do a little like know what you're doing on a bag, then everyone's posting like, "Yo, you keep your hand up when you're throwing." It's like, "Yo, shut the fuck up, dude."
Yeah, bro. And then,
shut the fuck up, dude. If you haven't fought, don't post shit in my DMs, dude.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, a lot of people just be commenting hate.
And like the people who know what they're doing, like Chad Ritter or Connor, like or Corey or Donnie, like they'll say something like of value to you, like, "Yo, that looks good, but try it this way." And it's like, "All right, I'll listen to you because you know what the fuck you're talking about."
Yeah. Do I leave comments? I try to.
You never know anything negative.
No, I'm saying like even a fire emoji. I try to leave comments on people's posts.
I don't care about that. But like, but if you have like you see something I'm doing, you train boxing. It's like, all right, I'll take your advice. I'll look at it. You know what I mean? But like I get people like Frank the electrician from North Philly hit me up, and you haven't been in a fist fight in your life, and you're telling me your hands dropping. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah. It's Yeah, like especially whenever everyone else is commenting like something cool and then a hater comes
Yeah,
in. It's
yeah.
like I just reply laughing emojis.
Yeah, I just ignore them.
Yeah, sometimes I'll make posts like rage baiting though. Like I made a post of me boxing. I was like, I have a jiu-jitsu competition.
Well,
And I think some people actually did get mad at that. Like they were actually like, "Why are you boxing if you have a jiu-jitsu competition?"
Which proves your point. Everyone's got, I used to be this way before I got in there too. I used to be like, I used to be instructing the UFC guys on the TV what to do. I'm like, what the fuck I'm talking about? Now that I know a little bit, I don't say shit because I know I don't know what.
Now I'll just watch the fights like in complete silence.
There's your humble experience. You know what I mean? Like knowing a little bit knows not that much. You know what I mean? That's what I learned.
Yeah.
But all right, we're coming down the last couple here. Would you rather fight a jacked 8th grader or your ex's new boyfriend in public?
I mean, I wouldn't even care. I would fight either of them.
Yeah?
Yeah. But probably the jacked 8th grader.
I'm 37, so I wouldn't want to fight an 8th grader.
I mean, I would. I wouldn't care.
I mean, I wouldn't really want to fight anything that didn't do nothing to me, but yeah, I would have to do the ex's boyfriend because I wouldn't punch an 8th grader. I'd fuck that 8th grader up, though.
I think so, too. They just don't have as much experience as me.
He's an 8th grader. I got that old man strength on him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have experience because we're older. Like, I already know.
You know how to throw weight. You know how to move weight.
It's like as soon as like I just like front kick this 8th grader in the face, like everything. He's going down. Well, unless it's like Mike Tyson. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go with my ex.
I would just go nut shot. Kid never been punting into the balls before. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're in a street fight. Sit down, son. But no, I couldn't do it to an 8th grader.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't. You would get in a lot of trouble.
Would you rather your biggest secret leak or accidentally leak your girl's nudes?
I would probably just have my biggest secret leak.
I don't have any big secrets that I really give a fuck about. Most people know about my big secrets.
I mean, I probably do. Like, I don't really be thinking about it, but I probably do. But if it did leak, I was just like, well, there you go. It's like the equivalent, like if like a dick picture got leaked or something, I would just be like, well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, all my embarrassing stuff was on the news, so I mean, like, I really don't, like, and everyone knows I did drugs, so it's pretty much like, I won't want my girl's news out there though. Fucking weirdos out there.
Yeah, it's like the worst has already happened.
Yeah, dude, and like you have to, if you're with this girl and you really like her, and our nudes are out there, and to get to relive that every day, you stay with her.
Especially like I assume you're asking that in a way as like it's your fault. Her picture got leaked. Then I would be like, it'd be like now.
Either way it would suck. I mean, if she looked great naked, I mean, it'd kind of be like a little pump up. But I wouldn't want fucking weirdos whacking their birds on my girl. All right, last two. Would you rather go bald at 22 or never be able to get hard again without meds?
I would probably go bald at 22.
I'll go bald at 22. I start going bald at like 28.
I'm not bald, but I might
receding for sure.
Yeah, I think I might start balding like whenever I'm a little older.
You got the light hair like I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it looks worse than it is because we have like light hair.
I mean, I got a nice shaped head too. I mean, I got enough hair. I don't gotta ever cut it. Like I'm not balding. You know what I mean, I got a nice little hairdo, but
I feel like my shit's like slowly going back.
You got nice little Bieber bangs though, bro. All right, here's my last question. What's one man skill Gen Z dudes are seriously lacking? That's your generation. What are you lacking? That men before you are not. And I'll go. So I'm lacking the work ethic that my father's generation had.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is just like a drive.
Yeah, like they could go 80 hours of work and like not complain a second. Yeah. I'm doing 1 minute past what I'm supposed to do, and I'm fucking like dying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't have the work ethic.
Just like a drive or a push to go do something.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
But it's because of the phones and everything.
I think so. I mean, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? But it's also, like you said, like we found other ways to work to make money too. You know what I mean?
And it's like we wake up and like the first thing we see, it's just like everything is adding on top of it. Everything you don't even notice. Like you wake up in the morning, scroll on your phone. First thing you see is like these Twitch streamers getting paid to sit in their room. Yeah. So it's like off bat. First thing you're thinking in the morning is like,
fuck this job.
Yeah. Fuck this job. This kid's out here making bands, just sitting in his room talking shit.
Yeah. And like little things I noticed too is like with the phones. It's like I went and I bought this tin of Zyn right before I got here, and I was at 7-Eleven. It didn't bother me at all. I was late, and I'm always late to the podcast for Edgar at 6 o'clock, but I'm always late. And I was a little early. I'm like, fuck, I was actually early today, and I'm going to be late. Like, he was on his phone, like, talking to his girl or whatever. And like I walked in and he was talking to his girl. So I mean, like I interrupted him, but like I had to wait for him. Like he moved definitely a lot slower to get to the fucking Zin. You know what I mean? And like he's talking to her and then like, to ring me up, like he's on his phone, so he's doing it one hand.
Yeah.
Like this shit would never fly fucking 20 years ago.
That shit pisses me.
But I can't say like, I don't. And then like now, like I don't know if you like, drive on 95. Like ever since I had a kid, I stopped doing the texting and driving. I mean, do I change songs and like respond real quick? Yeah, absolutely. Hand up, I do. But like I'll be driving on 95 in the Hove lane, the high occupancy vehicle lane, and I'll look over in the fast lane, and dude, 9 out of 10 cars, the person's glued to their phone like they're watching a movie. Just going 80 on 95. I'm like, what the? It's wild, bro. How many people are in their phone? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I go on my phone whenever I drive.
Yeah, it's crazy though. You know what I mean? I have this little slot that charges my phone in my truck, so it's like I just stick it there, and you know what I mean?
I'll be driving with my friends. They don't even like whenever I drive.
Yeah, I'm just not trying to die in a car accident, dude.
It's like I'm just a good, like I know I'm a good driver. Like I know how to actually drive.
Until you're not.
But there have been times where it's like, now I'm not a good driver. But guess what? We still straight.
You're sitting. All right, well,
you know, every driver has something bad happen to them. But
I'm just saying, there's a lot of ways for the Grim Reaper to get you. I'm not giving them no extras. You know what I mean?
I still pay attention, but like I'll just like. Apparently, I drive like this, like with my hands over my steering wheel, my phone in my hand like this.
Oh, that's wild, dude.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's allegedly how I drive.
See, in my truck, I have a sensor, so I don't have hands on the wheel. Like after like 5 minutes, it tells me put your hands on the wheel, and it just keeps beeping.
Mine sometimes does that whenever I connect to Apple Play. It would be like, pay attention to the road.
Because it knows your ass ain't looking at it.
Yeah.
Dude. All right, I'm glad you live where you live.
Yeah, I only live like
Stay the fuck out of Jensen, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But with that, we're going to wrap up our 18th episode of the Tribeman podcast. I want to thank Davinci Spano one more time. And like I said, if you have a hankering to be on a podcast and you have a sense of humor and a story to tell, slide in our DMs. We'd love to have you on. And we'll see you next week. Thank you.